In this episode, I'm going to go through sub-townlands. So, first off, what is a sub-townland? A sub-townland is essentially a townland for which the boundaries are no longer known. These townlands, a lot of them come from as far back as medieval times, so maps were generated over various years, but for whatever reason, the boundaries of these particular townlands are no longer known. However, the name of the townland is still used locally, so essentially the name is still recorded, but there is no boundary for it because it's unknown. So, how you'll know them on your map sheets is you will find something like this here, Clune Keen, and it'll basically be written in block italics, and it'll just be a name on its own. It won't be Clune Keen House or Clune Keen Castle or whatever. It'll just be a name of a location on its own. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to map them, and basically when you want to map them and when you don't need to map them. So first off, in an earlier episode I showed you how to add your Townlands preset up here. There's also a preset for Sub-Townlands. So how you go about adding that is you just right click on your toolbar up here, click on Configure, and go into Presets, look for Irish Boundaries, and go into Irish Boundaries Historic. You'll see Sub-Townland. Then just click this arrow to bring it over here. Okay. So once you have that done, and once you identify one of these sub-townlands, now you're not going to see an awful lot of them. There are a few around, but not a massive amount of them. But once you do find one, essentially what you're going to do is just add a single node. So I'm just going to put it there. And then you're going to click on your sub-townland preset. And that'll just open up a small window like this. You just put in the name of it. And if you know the Irish name or alternative names or alternative Irish names, you can add those in as well. But other than that, you just hit apply preset and that's it, you're done. There's nothing else to do with these. Okay? Now, just to show you occasions when you don't necessarily need to use them, in this particular one here, I have two townlands. I have Clune Keen North and Clune Keen South, but I've no townland actually called Clune Keen. So that's why I've recorded this one on its own. So if you look here, you can see we have Clune for Sub-Townland, but it's inside a main townland called Clune. So it would be pointless recording this because the main townland is already called Clune. So on this occasion, there's no need to add a sub-townland for this because it's the exact same as the main townland. And here's another example here. The main townland is called Ballybawn and the sub-townland is also called Ballybawn. So again, there's no point recording this one. Now, if the townland boundary for Ballybawn, say you can see it coming up here and it basically comes back around this side here. But if that, say for example, cut across here, say your Ballybawn townland was here, but there was another Ballybawn sub-townland here outside of it, then yes, you would record it then. You would add an additional node here and create a sub-townland for it, but otherwise no. Here's one final example. In the townland of Doonbeg, I have a sub-townland called Clockbrack, and again I simply add a node, click on my sub-townland preset, add my name, and just simply apply preset, and that's it. That's everything that needs to be done with sub-townlands, and when you should record them and when there's no need to record them. For more information on mapping townlands in Ireland, go to the OpenStreetMap wiki and search for mapping townlands. And on the search page you will see a link to the main section and also to the Townlands video series. On the Townlands video series section, you will find a summary for each episode, links to each individual episode, and also a list of links for any software websites mentioned in each episode.